Paragraph 1, the AEFC chairman shall present the consolidated draft budget of the committee to the Parliament. Paragraph 2, the president of the commission or his representative, as said by the committee officials, shall facilitate the presentation of the draft budget to the Parliament. Paragraph 3, the presentation shall be followed by debates to enable MPs to understand the overall content of the budget. Article 3, the Parliament's opinion on the draft committee budget and proposed amendment, if any, shall be submitted to the Council of Ministers through the Commission not later than 15 days from the start of the consideration of the draft budget during the Council of Ministers session. Honorable parliamentarians and esteemed colleagues, with this reminder, I welcome the AFC chairman, the Ecowas commissioner for internal affairs, the directors, and other members of the team who accompany them to this plenary. Without further delay, I invite the AFC chairman to take the floor as he presents the consolidated draft budget of the committee for the year 2024. Honorable Chairman, you have the floor. You have 10 to 15 minutes for your presentation. Thank you.
The Deputy Speaker of the Ecowas Parliament, distinguished parliamentarians of the Ecowas Parliament, heads of Ecowas institutions present, other statutory appointees, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am actually pleased to participate at this second 2023 ordinary session of the Ecowas Parliament in my humble capacity as the chair of the 34th meeting of the Administration and Finance Committee, AFC. And on behalf of all members of the AFC, I would like to express profound appreciation to the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, and all distinguished members of the Ecowas Parliament for sustaining this synergy and collaboration between the Parliament and the AFC. On behalf of the Chair of the Authority of Ecowas and the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the Chair of the Council of Ministers and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria, His Excellency Yusuf Maitama Chuga, I wish to welcome you to Abuja for the second 2023 ordinary session of the Ecowas Parliament. During the 34th session of the AFC, our deliberations spanned a diverse array of crucial issues that affect the well-being, the efficiency, the effectiveness, and sustainability of our community. We painstakingly reviewed the status of tasks assigned to the community institutions, assessed the financial situation of the community, we examined the implementation of the community levy protocol by member states, and we received a macroeconomic analysis of the sub-region. We also discussed memoranda on the request for payment of lump sum for shipment of personal and household effects, the status of staff recruitment and conversion, status of ECOWAS Fund for Regional Stabilization and Development, operational costs, and immersion program for young graduates in ECOWAS institutions, among others. Having received the macroeconomic analysis of the sub-region that provided us with the current economic realities of the community, it is important to underscore that the proposed 2024 consolidated budget of the community was also influenced by factors such as the dwindling resources, especially decline in the community levy proceeds, absorption and implementation rates of the previous budget in the various ECOWAS institutions, and staffing issues in ECOWAS institutions. These factors pushed for two crucial measures to be taken, namely the need for prudence in the management of resources and deploying resources into programs and projects that have direct impact on community citizens. The foregoing further explains why the AFC cut down funds from some programs and operations and reallocated same to others, including sanitary parks, factory, Ecowas Youth and Sports Development Center, Youth Forum, Fistula Program, Education Scholarship, Youth Olympics, School Feeding Program, and Ecowas Trade Liberalization Scheme, ETLS, among others. The community levy is the major source of funding of the community, and it accounts for 69.2% of the resources. However, the AFC noted with concern the decline in the community levy process due to the prevailing precarious economic situation in member states, and advocated for judicious use of community resources as well as exploring other sources of funding community institutions and programs. The 2024 budget also focused on implementing high-impact programs and projects that cut across many important sectors of our community. Staffing issues. On staffing, the AFC also discovered that Ecowas is suffering from chronic staffing issues. That over the years, and many institutions that presented a budget complained seriously of lack of staff, and that alone has affected the performance of the community. And if that affects the performance of the community, it also affects the output and also tend to impede our integration project. And so with that, the ANC had no option than to push for the implementation of the council's decision in Bissau for the ECOWAS institutions to accelerate recruitment process. And members in all institutions were urged to cooperate with the Commission and relevant authorities in ECOWAS in achieving the rapid recruitment process. With that, I will go straight to giving just a summary of the proposed budget proposals. We thought it's very important to mention this background because the background were very critical in influencing decisions or recommendations for consideration here. We start, for instance, on the budget of the Court of Justice. The AFC is recommending, I will just give these global summaries and then maybe during the committee session we can clarify the details. For the Committee Court of Justice, there's a proposal for 2024 of 16,417,047 UA. And for JABA, total for 2024 proposed for consideration here is 12,017,701 UA. For ECOWAS Parliament, the proposal for 2024 is 23,215,994 UA. For WAHO, the global summary proposed for 2024 is 62,689,949 UA. For the Auditor General, the proposal is 7,246,216 UA. For the ECOWAS Commission, the proposal here is 224,898,725 UA. Now, at the table in the budget, you will see there is a column that deductions were made from operations and programs, and reallocation were made to other ones that the AFC felt were needed most pressingly. But I'll skip that and go to the global budget of the community because of time. So in summary, for 2024, the AFC proposed a total community budget of 397,215,748 UA for 2024. So the 34th session of AFC enjoyed, in conclusion, I would like to stress that in the course of our deliberations for 10 days, November 1 to 10, we enjoyed full support and cooperation of various ECOWAS institutions, including the Parliament, through their constructive analysis and responses that were provided in our consultation. We shall be ready to provide more detailed clarifications on the proposed 2024 budget in the committee settings. I thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We are so glad that you kept to the time. And respected colleagues, fellow parliamentarians, we have just listened to the presentation by the AFC chairman on the 2024 draft budget of the community. We shall apply the provisions of Article 83 and 33 of our rules of procedure. There will therefore be no debate or vote. Having said that, honorable members, in order to consider this draft budget, which has just been presented to us in consultation with the Bureau, I propose that the ad hoc committee be set up. The ad hoc committee shall be composed as follows.
Just reset it now.
Chairman, Honorable Adel Wase, First Deputy Speaker.
Remove that thing.
Committee on Administration and Finance and Budget, Honorable Ali Mohammed Ndume, Honorable Suleiman Doye, Honorable Amadou Jibo Ali, Honorable Veronica Kadi Sise, Honorable Nasiru Bako Arifari, and Honorable Haja Fatah Sion. Committee on Agriculture, Environment and Natural Resources, Honorable Samson Ahi. Committee on Education, Science and Culture, Honorable Konan. Committee on Energy and Mines, Honorable Fabo Bukar. Committee on Health, Honorable Lando Ferrari Diaz. Committee on Industry and Private Sector, Honorable Sidis Khalifa. Committee on Infrastructure, Honorable Ahige S. Dabo. Committee on Legal Affairs and Human Rights, Honorable Emmanuel Kwasi. Committee on Microeconomic Policy and Economic Research, Honorable Tayo Kolawole. Or Committee on Political Affairs, Peace, Security, and Honorable Kone. Or Committee on Public Accounts, or BIDA, Committee on Social Affairs, Gender, Women Empowerment, Honorable Snow Sokolambi. Committee on Telecommunications and Information Technology, Honorable Linda Chuba Pezu. Committee on Trade, Custom and Free Movement, Honorable Abdullahi Bilan. Colleagues, I believe we have done justice to the committee. I therefore propose that the matter be referred to the ad hoc committee, which will consider it and present its report during the next plenary sitting for adoption. Adopted? Yes. Thank you. Honourable members, we will continue our ad hoc committee sittings. The first deputy speaker of the committee Parliament will chair the meeting of the same committee, and the two rapporteurs of the Administration, Finance and Budget Committee will serve as rapporteurs of the ad hoc committee. Honourable parliamentarians, distinguished colleagues, the agenda of the opening session of our 2023 second plenary session has been exhausted. Before adjourning the sitting, I would like to remind you that according to the work program of the session that we have just adopted, committee sitting will begin tomorrow, Thursday, 23rd November 2023 at 9 a.m. I therefore urge all parliamentarians to participate. That said, our next plenary sitting will take place on Thursday, 30th November 2023 at 10 a.m. The agenda will be devoted to the following items: presentation of the report of the implementation of the community work program by the President of the Ecowas Commission, followed by discussion. Sitting is hereby adjourned. Thank you.
But that has not been inside since. You've done nothing. No. He has been outside since. Yes, I've not seen him since. I saw him outside. Where are you? Where are you? I finished it.